Accidents happen. You are saving money by watching this video. If you're an employer, you know that when a work accident happens, your workers' compensation premiums increase. Okay, now in reality, work accidents will never 100% go away, but there are tangible things that you can do to reduce the likelihood of a workplace accident. My name is Levi Graham Weinstein. I am an attorney and I represent employers. This is not legal advice. Every case is unique. Reach out to an attorney if you need assistance. My email is in the description. These are the 7 tips to prevent workplace accidents. And there's also a bonus tip at the end, so stick around. You don't want to miss any of these tips because every single one is extremely important. Before we get into the tips, I need to explain something absolutely essential. The overarching issue that causes workplace accidents is this. Your work environment needs a safety culture. Safety has to be embraced as a value. You and your employees need to really believe in it. These are the 7 tips that you need to prevent workplace accidents, plus a bonus tip at the end that will make you more money. Not just save you money, make you money. Tip number 1 is arguably the hardest tip to actually follow. Work accidents happen because people lose focus. Things like diet and exercise keep your focus. Make sure your employees are well fed and hydrated. Blue-collar industries require a lot of exertion. Encourage them to stay healthy outside of work. Now, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can even do things like encouraging stretching before work, making stretching mandatory before work. If your business can afford it, pay for their gym memberships. Encourage your employees to be healthy. Now, this might seem like a strange tip. What about the PPE? What about the trainings? We're gonna get to that. Tip number 2 is rewards. Give your employees an incentive to not get injured at work. And don't make that incentive something that they don't want. Like, don't make that incentive a work party that they have to go to during their time off. Your employees want money, so make an incentive money. If you operate a grocery store, it can be a cash card. And if you make a monthly or even a weekly incentive where people are literally getting money for being safe, then they will be safe. Tip number 3 is maintain a safe environment. If you operate machines, check on the machines. Make sure everything's nice and oiled up. Hire someone who knows what they're doing. I encourage you to pay a private third party to come in and check on the equipment. Baby-proof the entire place. Tip 4 is personal protective equipment. Now, I'm really proud of this meme, so let's just look at it for a second. Yeah, if you could just wear your PPE, that'd be great. Personal protective equipment includes things like steel-toe shoes, cutting gloves, hard hats, non-slip shoes. You want to encourage your workers to wear their PPE. How do you encourage them to wear their PPE? Tip 2, rewards. Give people rewards when you ask them to do something and they do it. If you're asking them to wear your PPE, make sure you have some sort of PPE reward program. They will definitely wear it. It would be crazy if they didn't, if they were literally being monetarily incentivized to, right? Okay, tip 5, and this is sort of a controversial one. Safety coordinators and committees. Putting someone in charge of safety will reduce the chance of workplace accidents. I really see 2 ways to do this. 1, you pay an active employee more money to also be a safety coordinator. Of course, you have to stay in line with labor laws, but you can absolutely make an employee a safety coordinator depending on what those duties are and making sure that you're properly compensating them. Another way to do it, and I honestly recommend doing it like this, is taking an active employee and promoting them to safety coordinator. By doing that, you're taking an experienced employee who knows how to be safe, and you're giving them the opportunity to show other employees how to stay safe. Tip number 6 is a big one, and I was actually thinking about making this one first. Consistent training. Give your employees videos to watch that explains how to stay safe. Have them take quizzes, have them read pamphlets. The more consistent this is, the more you will educate them on what you need them to be doing. Tip number 7 is an interesting one. While I was writing the script to this, I thought to myself, what would a lawyer say about this? Now, again, I'm not giving legal advice here, but I want to open your eyes to something. The definition of a workplace accident is an accident that arises out of the work performed during the course and scope of the employment. The less time they work, the smaller the window of opportunity for a workplace accident to happen. Now, while they're actually on location and they're doing their job, yes, that opens up the window to a workplace accident. But what about if they're on their break? What about if they're on their way to work? When it comes to driving to and from work, I actually made this video that you can watch all about that explains when an accident may or may not be compensable. What if you just ask them to go pick up lunch? I mean, are they getting paid during that time? Are you paying them extra to go do a favor related to the job for you? You have to be very careful about what you ask your employees to do. You should pay them while they are working, and you should clearly define what them working means. Read your workers' compensation insurance guidelines, and if you have questions, reach out to me. And now, the bonus tip. Now, this might seem kind of crazy to people, but bring them into the business. And I want to explain what I mean by this. Good employees are hard to find. Good help is hard to find. And any good help, you want to keep them healthy and you want to keep them working for you. If you're giving your employees opportunities to make more money, they will want to be as safe as possible. Thank you so much for watching. All of the tips and the bonus tips are in the description below. My name is Levi Graham Weinstein. I am an attorney who represents employers. Reach out to me if you have any questions. My email is in the description. If you have any questions about employment law or workers' compensation law, I encourage you to email me.